Hello all my Kenvians and welcome to a brand new episode of SNACK-KENN. Today I'm going to be trying out a new treat. Once again, it is thankfully not a drink, but it's something that from what I can tell is brand new for 2017, and it's from Cheetos, called Sweetos. And they are cinnamon sugar puffs, which they're more rings than puffs. I don't know, sometimes the way they name these things is a little bit weird to me, but it sounds like it's going to be good. It smells like it's going to be good. And I think probably, at least for me, the closest thing I'm going to be able to compare it to, again, before even trying it, is the cinnamon twists that you can get at places like Taco Bell, which are like the distant cousin that no one talks about of churros. But yeah, might as well give the Sweetos cinnamon sugar puffs a try. Well, first reaction is these are much better than the cinnamon twists that you can get at Taco Bell. That's actually really good. One thing that I wasn't, because Cheetos is like pretty much all of their products have a rather similar texture to them. You have the regular Cheetos and then you have like the puff stuff, like the cheese puffs. And these are a little bit too small to really emulate that full like cheese puff texture. Let me try one more. It's interesting. It's, I feel like with these, it's a bit of an in-between. Actually, now that I think about it, the Cheetos paw prints, I think they call them, they tend to be the spicier ones that you can get. It's closer to that texture because, like the larger cheese puffs, they're much more fluffy just altogether. And, you know, the regular Cheetos, they're just like little stiff and tiny, more dense, basically. So this is like a nice little in-between. And honestly, the mix of cinnamon and sugar here is really, really good. I'm honestly very surprised by how much I enjoy this. You know, one last try for the video just to get my full thoughts here. Yeah, the cinnamon's not overpowering, which for a lot of things that use cinnamon, I've found that they can be a bit much, like the cinnamon tends to go too much on the spicy side. But even then, if you want to counteract it, often, like a lot of things are going to use too much sugar to the point where it gets overly sweet and people just aren't going to like it. But I feel like they found a really good balance here with these Cheetos, Sweetos, cinnamon sugar puffs. I almost wonder why they didn't just call them Sweetos and use the original font. That seems like that would have made more sense to me. But regardless, if you are a fan of cinnamon sugar at all, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's what the flavor is. That's what they got right. It's the cinnamon sugar of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So yeah, that's, I mean, if you want to get a full little box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, have at it. But if you see these around anywhere, and again, you're a fan of that flavor, I highly recommend picking them up. It's, according to this, $1.69 per bag, which for this size is fairly typical, and I honestly don't think that you'll be disappointed. Yeah, I mean, these are really good. If I had to give it a number scale, I would give it a 9 out of 10. These are really good, really balanced flavor. The texture's good. They're not overly stiff like how Funyuns can be sometimes. Thankfully, don't taste like Funyuns either. Well, I like Funyuns, but regardless. So yeah, highly recommend Cheetos Sweetos, the cinnamon sugar puffs. If you have had a chance to try these, let me know what you think. If not, Is this something that you might be interested in trying? One thing to note as far as allergies go, it does contain a milk ingredient. They apparently used buttermilk, which I'm sure is part of, basically part of the actual puff itself. But if it doesn't seem to have any gluten in it, they mostly use cornmeal and things of that nature. So it's not marked as a gluten-free product, so obviously be careful about that. But as far as I can tell, the only true allergen you have to worry about here is the milk. So if you're able to give these a try, please let me know what you think. And until next time for another thing from Cheetos, I'm PapaKenn, and I will see you on the next episode of Snackin'.